Time is now 5:35. I couldn't sleep in on the last morning of the most magical cruise, and the first cruise ever, that for me. And so I wanted to share a few minutes of just browsing the deck with you. The orange glow outside on the windows. Let's take a look upstairs. Welcome back to Port Canaveral. There's a little guide boat right there taking us along. There's no doubt about it. It's difficult to leave this cruise ship. This has been one of the most magical vacations. I think my family and I all agree on this one that we have experienced ever. Now, I don't want to take away from Disney World. Disney World is a truly magical place, the place that my family and I, fell in love with originally when it came to Disney, and we've been to Disney for generations. We absolutely love Disney World. Disney Cruise Line is just another way for us to experience the magic that we know and love from Disney. So for us, it's a win-win. Love Disney World, love Disney Cruise Line. The horn's been going off every 5 minutes or so since we've, I think, been in Port Canaveral. I think it's to warn other ships that we're around because it's so foggy. Look how foggy it is. It is super foggy. Now you can see we've already been blocked off from going in this direction because this is how we will leave the ship. It smells like gingerbread in the lobby. Want to see what the halls are like early in the morning on the Dream? I got them all to myself. It looks like we're docking now, and make sure everyone's awake for breakfast, which is at 6:45, would you believe? Yes, the vacation is coming to an end, but I know for a fact we will be back again. We will be back again real soon. I really appreciate you bearing in there with me with my voice. I don't know what happened. I feel fine. I feel 100% fine. It's just that my voice is a little bit hoarse, so it's a little bit tough to express how happy I am. Okay, Dad is with me. We're off to get some coffee and tea for the family before we go to breakfast for the final few minutes of our magical cruise. That's so cute. Look at the little animals all over here. They've got an internet connection, towels, and power. I have no idea what this is for, but it looks interesting. Here we are at 6:30. We have reservations for breakfast at 6:45. I don't think we're going to make those, but that's fine. We have cabanas, and that'll give us more time to kind of explore the ship. We'll see what happens though. Got some hot chocolates, and Dad's got drinks for everybody else. So last night I only picked up the photos that apparently were under my stateroom number. I have to go check the other stateroom numbers to make sure we got all the photos. Now we're gonna head for breakfast. I think we're gonna go to cabanas for the end of the cruise. They've got another crew of guests coming on in less than 6 hours. I mean, these folks really do work hard because it's kind of a quieter pace. I know that the sit-down restaurant is also nice, and I'm sure it would be great. But it's kind of like we're not as rushed. We feel like a little bit more relaxed with it. So cabanas this morning. Now David's on the phone trying to make a flight change, but I'm proud to say that we are all officially Castaway Club members. I will be Castaway Club. We're just finishing up breakfast now, and then we'll be on our way to the next Disney cruise. We'll start planning it right away. This has been one of the most magical experiences ever. I mean, this has been incredible. And the fact that my family was here to enjoy it with me and that I was able to take you with me, it adds extra magic to the adventure. I am definitely going to miss being on the ship. It has been my home for several days now, and I love it. I absolutely love it. We were already thinking about going on the Wonder, and we wanted to do a 7-night. We were talking about Alaska, and we were doing, my grandmother would love to do the Panama Canal. There are a lot of ones we looked at that book right away. They gave us the book of the 17, 18 cruises that are happening. We have already started looking through it and thinking about what we want to do next. You might be thinking, Michael, aren't you sad to be going back to your temporary housing location? Maybe a little bit, maybe. But I'm really happy because you have this magical experience and you're like, you know what? I had a great time. I'm ready to go home and start planning the next one. That's kind of how I feel. I feel inspired. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be back. Disney, only one area of improvement. Only one. Whole trip was absolutely magical, but something I would improve upon. The Shutters Photography Center and how that's done. Now, I pre-booked a package to buy every single print that my family and I got. I didn't realize until the very last day that you only get those who are in the stateroom that the person who purchased them is in. Disney, at least give me a digital copy of everyone in my family, because now I have to leave several of those great pictures of my family, even though they're right next door and we're right next to me in the room. They can't get their pictures. Disney, this is something I would recommend you improve upon. How about at least a digital copy for everyone? Doesn't really cost anything. They're right there with me. We're in the same room. I paid all this money in advance. It's worth giving me a digital copy so I can remember those memories. But that's the only area of improvement. Other than that, truly incredibly magical. We're using every last possible second. We have 18 minutes before we have to officially be off the ship. Fantastic. Now we're trying to exit the ship now, and you can see these lines can go for a pretty long ways back here. We're waiting in line back there. we don't mind spending a few extra minutes on this beautiful ship. No, I don't want to leave. Don't make me do it, love. Don't make me do it. It has. We'll be back. We'll be back. Thank you. And we're officially off the ship and wishing we were going the other direction. Bye, Disney Dream. Really, I am having so much fun. I forgot about the audio on the camera after going through customs. Pretty sure it was off throughout most of the trip home. The short version is, we're back at the airport. We had an absolutely magical adventure and we cannot wait to go back again real soon. We all got checked in except for David, who will be taking another flight, except I'm taking his bag for him, so I'm going to, you're gonna come home with me.
I go.
David. Now, I lost all that audio between customs and the airport. I forgot to turn the microphone back on. That's my fault. And so that just means one thing. We have to go on another cruise together soon. Did a little bit of shopping here at the airport. You can see that bag back there. And then we're probably gonna explore just a little bit more around the airport, maybe grab some Starbucks, and then head through security. We're actually back downstairs on the first floor to get some Starbucks. I wish we were continuing the walk to the Magical Express, but for now, we're just getting some Starbucks and then we'll get our flight. David is talking to the family right now about future cruises, and they're already thinking about where they want to go next.
But I like the idea of the Virgin Islands as well.
About future cruises, they're already thinking about when he can get off work next.
We could drive out there.
I don't think I've ever seen them this excited about thinking about an upcoming trip before. They're just so excited. Talking about dates and times and, oh, I can get off work then. How about you? We should look into this. I have no doubt we'll be going back very soon. Don't leave me, David.
Bye.
Don't leave me.
Bye.
Coming on the next cruise, right?
I'm coming. Let's
okay,
go.
Good. Let's go right now.
Let's go right now.
Let's do it. I have astronaut Snoopy.
I prefer Fire Ham.
Really?
That's nice though.
That's cute. Becky. Bye. I'm sorry, David. I'm sorry. David threw out the luggage claim ticket. It's fine though. He's not gonna need it. It's gonna be fine, but it's just funny how it happened. Okay, we've done a little bit of shopping. We've gotten our coffee. We've had a few laughs thinking about those magical memories we just had. Now we're headed to our gate about 40 minutes prior to boarding. Oh my gosh, we are running super late. We took too long in the stores. That's okay. We're on the tram right now. We're gonna make this. Apparently they're gonna be boarding in 5 minutes and we're on the tram, so off we go. Kind of tough to say goodbye to my brother for a little while again, but it was so magical to have him here. Okay, we made it. We just made it. We were so close to it. We got there, and within 2 minutes we were on the plane. That's how close we were to not making it. But we made it, and now we're headed back to the temporary housing location until our next Disney adventure. We made it down to Reagan National Airport. We got a great view of the Capitol as we were flying by. It was really cool. I actually don't think I've ever been in the Reagan terminal before. Usually I fly out of BWI, but we flew out of Dulles and into Reagan just because the prices were so good. You may have noticed I'm a little bit scruffier than usual. The reason is I did not have the opportunity to shave this morning because I sent forward all of my shaving equipment in the checked luggage, so I will get to that tonight. We had a great time. And we got a super shuttle to make our way back home. Thanks so much for being a part of the adventure with us today. It was a lot of fun to be able to share it with you. Until next time, have a magical day.